Record here. Okay, great. Thank you guys so much for joining our Coach Sip and Share. You hopefully were welcomed, obviously, by one of the coaches here. Today, we're going to have four of us sharing our personal story. We can't have everybody share their stories just because of time, but we have four coaches that are going to share their story, share about coaching, why we love what we do, what is it all about. Often people are kind of unsure of what this coaching opportunity is and how we earn an income. So we're going to answer your questions, hopefully through our stories, to kind of get you guys familiar with coaching. So my name is Tanya Albert, and I have been coaching for two and a half years. I actually signed up September 1st, 2017. But here's the thing, this is the second time coaching. I actually signed up as a Beachbody coach in 2015. End of 2014, 15, I signed up to be a Beachbody coach because of the job, because it was going to give me flexibility. And I was looking for something. I used to teach third grade and I couldn't find a part-time teaching position. So I thought, okay, somebody had told me about Beachbody coaching. I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. That was like 5 years ago. Well, I struggled with coaching back then. And I didn't really have the tools that I do now and the team that we have now to really support me and to teach me how to do this. And now I signed up a second time, 2017, September 1st, and I'll tell you why I signed up again. And I have seen such great success, and our team is thriving, and it's so positive, such a wonderful atmosphere of coaches that work together, and we support one another, and that makes a huge difference. It's the community that we have now. So why, after I quit coaching the first time, I kind of stopped working out. I stopped eating healthy. I let myself go when I turned 40. Come 42, I went to the doctors and I decided to get my A1C tested, which is to test if you are borderline diabetic or if you're diabetic. And because diabetes runs in my family, my mother, my uncle, and her parent, and my mom's parents all had diabetes. And I knew at some point it was inevitable that I could be diagnosed diabetic because I was also had gestational diabetes. So come 42, had gained weight. I thought it was just because I was in my 40s, and that's just what it's supposed to be. You're just supposed to pack on weight and just not be able to lose it. Well, I was diagnosed borderline diabetic, and the doctor's like, 6 months, you need to make a change, or we can talk about medication. We'll get you retested in 6 months. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't think. My mom was not diagnosed till she was 60. And so I thought I had time, but I was 42 and already borderline diabetic. And so I was like, okay. I called up not my coach's coach, because my original coach had quit. So I called up Candace Talbot, who is my coach now, and I said, I need to do something. I need workouts and I need to get myself healthy. I've got 6 months to do this before my next test. And so I jumped all in just for the fitness, not for the coaching. I didn't have success coaching before. So I said, okay, I'm just going to do this for myself. So I did the workouts. I drank my Shakeology every day. I did my Recover and Energize. I did it all because I was desperate. And I'm like, I need to do everything I can to turn my health around. Come 6 months later, I tested in the normal range. I had lost 12 pounds, 12 inches. The doctor was so impressed that I was no longer diabetic, and I've been healthy ever since. I've just maintained. I know I have to maintain this. So come January, so I signed up September 1st. I did it just for myself. Come January, come February, I started a program called 80-Day Obsession, which I became very obsessed with. It was an awesome program. I had great results. And that's when people started asking me, like, what are you doing? Like, you look healthy, you look happy. And that's kind of how my second run of coaching began. And that's how I started to build my community and have so many amazing people, and I've met so many incredible people through this, people that I would have never have met. And some of you are here if it wasn't for this opportunity that I took. And so now as a coach, I've doubled my previous part-time job income. I can work. I have 3 kids. So I have a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 16-year-old, and they're very busy swimmers, hockey players, lacrosse players, and we're always going all over the place. So now I can work from wherever I need to take them and wherever I need to be. So that's a little bit about me. I think one of the biggest things is people are like, well, I don't want to have to sell things. I'm not a salesperson. Because Beachbody, you have programs and you have products that you sell, and that's part of the commission. That's part of making money. And I think that's what held me back the first time coaching is like, I'm not a salesperson. I'm worried about people selling things. But I think the second time around is Beachbody programs and products changed my health around and turned my health around. So I just began sharing. And I just began sharing my story and telling people like how it impacted me, because I'm not going back. I am going to stay healthy as long as I can, as long as I'm in control. And so now it's just about sharing that. And people just respond because they hear my story, they can relate. Well, some people can relate to the health issues that I've had. I also have a thyroid disease, Graves' disease too. So I've got a lot of medical stuff going on. So I feel like it's not about being a salesman. It's about creating support for other people where they feel they have a place that can help them get to where they need to be. And I am a health and wellness coach, and I partner up with Beachbody is what I feel. My business is my business. We don't work for Beachbody. Beachbody is tools and a means to help your people. So do I work with people that don't use Beachbody? I have a free fit community page, and a number of you are in it, called Core Inspiration. And each coach has their own fit community page. And what's beautiful about that is we can support people wherever they're at. Maybe they're not ready to do Beachbody yet, but as a coach, like my mission and the mission of the coaches on our team, and that's why we get along so well, is that we truly, deeply just want to help people. And that's first and foremost our priority. And then, but we know, like, well, personally, my experience and their experience, that's why they're with Beachbody, is that they have had some type of transformation with the programs and the products. And so they want to be able to have that as a tools to offer. So that's kind of my my story and how I kind of overcame that objection about I'm not a salesperson, because I'm not a salesperson. I'm not salesy. I don't want people to, I want people to be healthy. And if I have what they need to get healthy, then by all means, I hope they choose that. I think that's all I have on my story. Chrissy, is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else. I think we're going to actually move on to Virginia or Vera. She has a nickname, so I'll let her introduce herself. But
okay. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me well? Because I'm using earphones and I usually don't. Okay, good. Hi. So like she said, my name is Virginia. On Facebook, I'm Vera. So my story is a little similar to Tanya's in the sense that this is my second round in coaching also. My first time around in 2008, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and it began to take an immediate toll to my body, to the point where I couldn't brush my hair anymore. And this all happened like within 6 months. I couldn't brush my hair, I couldn't brush my teeth, I couldn't walk. I couldn't do any of that. And so I have a friend who she also too had rheumatoid, and she was telling me, you got to change the way you eat. You got to stop eating white foods. You got to only eat wheat and brown rice. And so I started doing this because she knew, because she was my friend, right? And it was working, and it did improve my health. I got a little better, and I got other medications that also help with avoiding the damage to my joints. And then I had another friend who was a Beachbody coach. Um, and she was like, you need to try this. You need, because this is such an awesome product. So I was like, yeah, I'm not too sure. It's a little pricey for me to buy a protein shake. And but she was like, I'll give you free samples, you try it. And back then they didn't have what they have now. Like they had like just the berry, that berry green one, which I didn't like at all, and the chocolate. But so I still tried it, and then I saw how. Wait a minute, I lost you. Okay, there you go. I saw how healthy she was and how fit she was because she used the product. So I decided to go and try it. And I have to say that within like about 2 years of using the product and exercising and trying 21-day fix, I ended up getting off of my rheumatoid medication. In 2012, I was fully in remission, no rheumatoid inflammation, and I was running marathons. I was doing Beachbody workouts constantly. Um, but there was something missing, like Tanya said, and it was the community. The team, it was all about making money. It was all about selling the product. They did not care if I didn't know what I was doing. They didn't mentor or support. This what I have now with this team, it's something amazing. um, I did not want to return to coaching, so because of my bad experience that I had before. And then my coach Ashley, I met her through another group. I commented on something she posted. She started talking to me, and I immediately knew she was a Beachbody coach. And I had said, "You're a coach, right?" And she was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Well, I've considered to come back." I skipped myself. So I stopped coaching. Life happened. I went to grad school. I got overwhelmed with grad school. I started gaining weight. I stopped exercising. And so that happens. Now, fast forward a few years later, I'm finished grad school. I'm working in my career. But now, this year, I was told that the rheumatoid came back and the inflammation started to come back. And so I kept telling my husband, I need to go back to Beachbody. I need to go back to Beachbody, but I don't know who to go under, who to go as a coach, because I don't want to experience what I experienced the last time. And so I'm not going to sell. I'm just going to use the product. So the first person I could find to go under and buy, that's what I'm going to do. And then that's when Ashley came. And I said, Ashley, I'm only buying, I'm not coaching. So she was like, that's fine. It's not about selling anything. It's about your health. And I'm like, what? Your health? You telling me about my health? And she was like, it's not about that. Don't worry. And these were her exact words. This team is awesome. They're not about selling the product. They're about giving you better health, teaching you how to achieve better health. And I was like, all right, if you say so. I bought my product. Two months. I started again June 22nd, which was the day after my birthday. And within 2.5 weeks, I was like, actually, I'm ready. I'm ready to start coaching because I love Beachbody, and I do. The community, the support wasn't there before, but the product I love. And I have to say that this really works. This is an amazing program. This is amazing product. And like Tanya said, it's your opportunity to teach people that they can be healthy and enjoy helping other people. So that's basically my story. I don't know if I missed anything important, but I encourage anyone who is not sure what they want to do, it's do it for you first. For you, know your why, know why you're here, why you want this, and then you're gonna see like how you can spread it and help other people and say, look, this is working. This is, and I tell people all the time, this is not a gimmick. This product works. I know it works because I'm testimony that it works. Okay, I think I talked too much.
Oh, thank you, Virginia. And one thing, it's so nice because I haven't heard Virginia's story firsthand. Because we have a nice sized team, and I haven't had her share that. So thank you so much. The one thing that I love about Virginia is a different perspective too, is that she was on her journey still, like starting off when she started coaching, and you can still coach even if you're not. Some people are like, well, I have to get super in shape in order to coach because I need to inspire people. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's inspiring if you're at your end result. They sometimes have a coach that's in the dust and in the dirt with them. So that's,
yes. Yes, that's true, Tanya. Like I still have a lot of things to achieve. I haven't reached my goal, and I'm still got to go for my physical to get my blood results to see how my rheumatoid is. So I'll let you guys know what they say. But yeah, it's not about being fit and you got to have the perfect body. No, it's about just living that healthy journey and trying to achieve it.
great. Thank you so much. So now we're going to have Sheila jump on and share her story.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Well, I'm finding, listening to both Vera and Tanya, that a few things kind of overlap in all of our stories. Because one of the things that overlaps is, and I'll just start from the beginning, is that I can't even say I coached before. I signed up as the coach before, but I didn't coach. But let me back up slightly from that. So I just started teaching what, really needed to kind of, I'm a teacher. I really needed to get my my health on track. I was devoting all my time basically to lesson planning and correcting and everything that goes along with that as a first year teacher. And one of my friends from college said that he was running this group, and that they were going to do P90X. It was fairly new at that time, and I didn't really know much about it. And so I said, okay, I'll join. That sounds great. And I bought Shakeology. So our group was amazing. It gave me so much life. Like, it was just unbelievable. It's exactly what I needed. It was the community part of it that was so great. And then in the end, my friend who was the coach was like, now let's everyone sign up for coaching, and showed us like a video of what coaching was about. And I was like, okay, like I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about it. And that was it. I still haven't talked to him about coaching. I mean, he still didn't, I'm still waiting. He still hasn't explained anything. So, I kind of had a sour taste in my mouth from that, because although I had incredible results from P90X, and I didn't like Shakeology because also my coach didn't tell me that it's gross with just water. So I was like adamantly against Shakeology too. And, once I get burned, I'm a little bit like, no thanks to pretty much everybody who offers me that same thing, right? So anyway, I canceled my coach membership pretty quickly because I had no guidance and didn't know what I was doing, and continued doing Beachbody workouts though. That was still when you'd buy the DVDs. So I had a few different DVD sets. And then I went to college with Chrissy, and through mutual friends, I ended up under her as tutelage as a coach, and was in all the groups that she was running, and felt really good about Beachbody and really liked it. And when Chrissy first asked me if I was interested in coaching, again, I had all of that baggage. I'm like, nope, not interested, thanks. And it took, I mean, I think a few years of me working under Chrissy, you know, working as part of the community, right? Doing the workouts and everything. And I kind of hit a point, I'm a Catholic school teacher. I hit a point where I was like, I really do need some extra income. I have the same feeling about the salesiness. I don't like it. And not even because I'm nervous about it, just makes me feel icky. Like if I have to, if that was what I had to do. And really, I did a coach apprenticeship with Chrissy and Tanya, and it changed my feelings on everything. I joined it as a coach and in January, and I love it. It's the community, especially during COVID times. I mean, I was teaching behind my computer. I actually still am, and connecting with the community that is offered through this team is just unbelievable. It has been one of my supports through you know, working from home and not seeing any of my friends and that kind of thing. And I missed a team call last week and almost cried because I just love seeing them. So I guess my point in this is the team you join definitely matters, that this team gives us so much support. As far, like, I can say, I'm not sure I want to reach out to this person because of this, and this, but I'm not sure how to phrase it. And Chrissy will be like, well, maybe you could say this. And it's just, you know, they're just so helpful. And on top of that, I was very nervous about starting my own group, very nervous about it. And there was no push for that either. Tanya and Chrissy just, you know, every month would say, hey, we're running this fun new group. Do you want to help run it with us? And I would do that and invite some friends into that. And I got my legs under me that way. And I never felt any pressure. I am now making a supplemental income. I was supposed to coach softball in the spring. That didn't happen. This made up for it. And so it's just that positive community, being able to connect with your teammates, connect with people in your groups who you're helping each day, and joking within the groups and things like that. And for me too, having it be, I have a full-time job, so this is in addition to it. I was worried that was going to be, you know, take up too much of my time. And I'm actually finding that it's like a relief to spend an hour a day or more or less away from teaching and away from the stresses that can bring sometimes. So it's actually done kind of the opposite for me. So I think that's, I could talk for ages about this, but I will stop and let you guys go.
I can take it. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. So hi guys, I'm Chrissy. I'm like emotional right now. I shouldn't go last because those are just all like beautiful stories. So I am Beachbody Old. I've been a coach for 6.5 years. I signed up in 2014 and I'm still on my first time as a coach. So I've been here since 2014. And I actually was thinking about this while I was getting ready to come down and do the call tonight. I'm going to tell my story in a little bit of a different way tonight because I've found in the last about almost 2 years now, but like really since March especially, that my life is kind of back to a similar situation that it was when I started coaching. So when I started coaching, I was a mom of 3. And I was a stay-at-home mom for the first time of having children. I had always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I finally was. And I was really grateful and happy with that. But I lost every other part of myself along the way. So I had left my teaching job, and, I was mom and I was everything to the kids. And I just had like nothing left for me. I had always exercised, wasn't able to get to the gym anymore. Wasn't seeing friends like I used to. And I was in this place of just needing something for me, needing not just something for me, but to like find myself again. Um, and so fast forward, I had 3 kids for a long time, but 15 months ago, actually almost six. Oh no, did he just turn 16? He's 16 months today. Oh my God, I'm the worst mom ever. I had a baby 16 months ago today. I kept seeing October 8th today and thinking, the 8th, what is that? So yeah, 16 months ago, we had a 4th baby. And I found myself back in that situation of like, when you have little ones, you don't really have a lot of time for you. But the thing that I have different this time, so I had the baby in June, and when he was 9 months old, one day my kids came home in March and never left again. So I have found myself back in this place where I started of really there's no time for me in the day, okay? But what I have this time that I didn't have that time when I started coaching is I have coaching. So I have something that forces me to make some time for myself every single day. And even if some days that is just doing my workout and hanging out in my challenge group a little bit, like some days that's literally all I can get done. It's still something, and it still makes me feel accomplished and connected and adult and really fulfilled. So I have replaced my teacher's income with coaching. And the plan was always for me. So like when I started coaching, we needed a few things. One income was getting tight, one income with 3 kids. So I was looking for a way to supplement our income. I was very unhappy. I was very unfulfilled. I was needing something for me. I was no longer able to get to the gym. I did start Beachbody programs before coaching. So I did P90X and had no idea about coaches, no idea about the community, just did it by myself in my living room. And then moved on to T25 and was in this spiral of looking for something and telling my best friend, like, I need to find, some type of job to do. I'm so unhappy, every day's the same. All of these things I kept telling her, and she was like, you need to talk to this girl that I am friends with on Facebook. She's like, she does T25 for her job. And I was like, what are you talking about? She does T25 for her job. And it was my coach, Candace. And I mean, she was right. She did T25 for her job. So that's how I got connected. And then when I saw the opportunity, I mean, number one, it just lit me up, the community, the whole thing, everything that these ladies have been talking about tonight. It relit that fire inside of me and made me like, oh, this is who I am. It made me passionate about something again. It gave me friends. It gave me fulfillment. We make friends for a living. It's basically what we do. We connect with people, and we connect like you're experiencing tonight. We connect on a level like this. We share our own stories, and people share with us. And through that process, it's so much more than just weight loss. I mean, all of that's awesome. The health, that physical health benefit, but the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, like if you're not spiritual, that's okay. But the whole piece comes together with all these connections that we make. So that is my story. So I was having like this little aha moment before I came down here that really my life is very much so back to where I began with Beachbody. 3 of my kids are home all day, every day. So I'm homeschooling my 2 middle guys this year because of COVID, and my baby's home. And my oldest, she's in high school, but she's hybrid. So she's home every other day too. So I'm really back to like full stay-at-home mom, kids home all day, like here for every meal. And now they eat even more than they ever did. Like the kitchen never closes. Okay. So like my life really is back to that place, but I'm so much more different. And it really is because I have this. So, okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our products, because I know that this is something that almost held me back from starting. So when I started, there was a challenge pack and there weren't a lot of products. So I love the program, and with the program came this shake. And I was like, I don't drink shakes. I like to chew my food. Like this is what I was actually saying. And, and now I was like, well, just get it. Like he was like, it's like almost free with the package. Just get it and whatever, you can cancel it. So I'm like, all right. He's like, you know what, Sue, you want to try it and be able to tell people like what it tastes like. So I was like, okay. So I got the shake. I ended up noticing the difference, in how I felt, and I've drank it every day since. But it used to be a little bit harder to be a coach in that sense because we didn't have a ton of other products. But now, guys, we have so many options, okay? We have bars, and we have regular and vegan options. So we have nice, delicious protein bars, low sugar, super healthy. And that's the thing too, all of our products use no artificial ingredients at all. They're all super healthy. So you don't have to worry about that piece. There's no junk in any of them. We have collagen. Collagen's a biggie nowadays. We have collagen. We have a cool little new drink called the Bevy, which is just a nice beverage you can have a couple times a day. It has fiber in it, which helps make you feel full. So it's a nice substitute for if you're having like a little sugar craving. We have our pre-workout drink, Energize, which is amazing. We have a post-workout drink, Recover, which is straight protein. So if somebody's really just kind of looking for that piece, they don't want the Shakeology for whatever reason, or maybe they can't have all the ingredients because of allergies or something, we have just straight Recover. We have other things too, but there was one more I wanted to hit. Did I miss a big one?
I don't know, but I do like Power Greens too as an
Yeah. Hydrate.
We have Hydrate, which is
I love that because I don't like the artificial stuff in Gatorade. So sorry, I'll mute myself.
Yes. No, thank you, Sheila. No, because you're right. Because even for the kids, I give them Hydrate as well. It has the, it's like a healthy Gatorade basically, and it's not as sugary. It's nice and light and very good. We have our nutrition program. So if somebody's like all set with workouts, we have just the nutrition piece. If someone's all set with nutrition, we have the workouts. And the workouts too are a whole nother thing, because even if someone, no matter what someone does, the Beachbody On Demand, like for $99 for the year, everything they get in there, if they're a runner, maybe they need some core work, maybe they need a little yoga in their life, maybe they need something to do when we have a random storm like we did last night, right? And they were supposed to go run, and maybe they need something they can be able to use. So you don't have to only use our products to be a coach or to be a customer. There's really something for just about everyone to be using. And that is why it's such a great time. Like it's never been a better time to be a coach, because we have so many products, so many options to meet people where they're at. Okay, and I'm going to talk a little bit just about how we earn an income, because I think sometimes that's like, what? How do you? I've actually had people. This has happened more than once, that people who have signed up, and maybe I think in both situations they weren't exactly signing up for the business piece. They were like, all right, I'll get the discount and share with some people, and like they got paid. And they contacted me and they were like, why do I have a check from Beachbody? And I was like, well, your sister ordered through you. So that's a commission. They're like, I got paid for that? I'm like, yes, isn't that awesome? Everybody wins. So that's the first way that we make an income, is we receive 25% commission on all products. We receive a little bit more, it's 40% on BOD memberships. So that's the first form of income. Anyone who places an order through you, you receive a straight commission. And then we have several other bonuses available as you start to build a team. So if you decide that you want to build a team and have people join you in sharing the products, then you start tapping into those other bonus pools. And that's where the residual income starts to come in. So that's where, if you have a week that no one ordered straight through you, but people ordered from your team members, you're going to see a paycheck, even though maybe you didn't have a new customer or customer place an order straight with you. And the nice thing about those bonuses is that no one loses any commission for you to also get paid. So for example, Sheila signs up with me. If Sheila has someone order through her, Sheila makes exactly what is owed to her. She gets her full commission from that order. Sheila has a team now, so the bonuses that she qualifies for, she'd get her full bonuses. And then Beachbody would just pays more out on that product. They pay me as well on those items. So it's not like Sheila has to take, Beachbody doesn't take some of Sheila's well-earned commissions or bonuses and give me some. They just pay more out on the product itself. So I just wanted to make that clear as well, because I think sometimes people get a little like, wait a minute, how does that work? So really, as far as income goes, you really can make it as large as you want to. Like, the sky's the limit with it. And monthly, your coach account costs about $16. So you really don't have this huge financial burden hanging over your head monthly, to keep your coach account, which is really nice too. So I think that's it. I think that was everything I was supposed to cover.
Thanks, Chrissy. Yeah, so it's $16 that first month. So a number of you had gotten challenge packs. So if you got a challenge pack that included the 1-year membership and Shakeology or Performance Stack, then your coach membership fee for the first month, that $39 initial fee, is waived or reimbursed. And then starting the second month, it's $16. But the $16 gives you a website. It gives you all the trainings. It gives you the ability to get commission, as well as your 25% discount on all products. BOD is never on sale because it is already at a discounted rate. I mean, 1 year for $99, it comes down to $8.25 a month. And my entire family of 5 uses that $8 membership. So Beachbody doesn't discount that. The other thing is, people are like, well, is it an MLM? It's direct sales. it has a bad, not Beachbody, but in general, the industry. And I know everybody has friends that have, I've been to so many Pampered Chef and Zaya and, all these different parties. The thing is with Beachbody, you don't have to stock product. You don't have to stock anything. Anything that's purchased is straight through Beachbody. The only things that I purchase are what I use for my family, what I use for myself. I do buy samples for my customers because sometimes I do little gifts and things like that, but that's totally optional and those are tax write-offs. So that's the wonderful thing is people can purchase what they want and you don't have to fork in all that money. You literally just have your $16 fee to pay. If you build a team, there's different like things that you can do in order to like increase your income. And then what was the other thing I was going to say? I can't remember. Okay. So the other thing is if you are really interested in learning even more about coaching or actually experiencing it, we have a coach apprenticeship that starts on the 19th or whatever, not next Monday, but the Monday after, I believe. And it's a 5-day coach apprenticeship. It's totally, we have a post every day, a little task that you can do of something that we coaches do in our weekly or daily lives. And then you can kind of experience for yourself to see if this, without even signing up as a coach, just to see if this fits in to your life. And the nice thing, I was going to say all products and programs give you a 30-day guarantee so people can get their money back. So everything's risk-free. People can try it out. So we do have the coach apprenticeship. The other thing is if you're really thinking about it, because you guys are all members of our community anyways, we have the boot camp on Monday. So that's an easy way to just invite friends to join you to the boot camp. And even if it's a partner boot camp. So even if you already have a partner, you can invite friends and match up your friends. You guys can have a little pod and messenger and support each other. And it's a great way to kind of just share our community with your friends and family and dabble into it and see if they like it or see how involved they get. They can sign up for the 14-day free trial and do the 2 weeks and try the workout. So that's another way to kind of test the waters because some people are nervous about jumping all in. So just, you are welcome. Your fit communities, whoever your coach is, they welcome you to invite people to the community. Invite your friends and family, because the thing is when you invite one person, you don't know who that will impact, because that one person that's changing their life, like for me, I started this journey and I save those messages that I get on a daily basis from people that have told me their successes and what has changed for them, that I keep those close to my heart. And on days when I'm having a hard time, like getting up or trying to motivate people or trying to inspire people, I have to dive back into that and remember why I'm doing this and remember the people that I have impacted. Even if I know I can't impact everybody, but if I can help just one life, that makes a huge difference. And it was just like the other day, real quick, Vanessa like meal prepped. She like cooked this turkey thing. She's 16 years old and she was meal prepping. And I'm like, what I'm doing is actually like rolling into, the people around me, even though they don't really, I don't have to lecture them. So does anybody have any questions or anything at all? Thank you guys so much for joining us. Very much. No questions? Okay. Thank you guys. We really appreciate you joining us. Talk to your coach. I'm sure your coaches will just touch base with you. But yeah, so have a great evening, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.